Homer was lifted up next to the moon by a tall female basketball player.
Perfect.
Then it was time for the $50,000 half-court shot challenge. Flanders was chosen to take the shot. Before shooting, he paused to say a prayer to God. To everyone's surprise, after bouncing around the rim a few times, the ball finally went in. Flanders decided to donate the $50,000 prize to a church in Belgium. A wealthy man was so moved by his kindness that he gave Flanders another $100,000. Homer became insanely jealous. Every day, he secretly tried to figure out the secret behind Flanders' good luck, only to discover that even Flanders' lawn seemed greener.
Because you keep passing out on our lawn.
Homer eventually gave up and just asked Flanders directly. Flanders explained that maybe good fortune came from hard work, living honestly, and saying a prayer every now and then. Back at home, Homer couldn't find the TV remote, so he got on his knees and prayed just like Flanders. To his shock, the remote actually showed up. Homer grabbed it and immediately switched the channel to Monkey Olympics.
She's throwing her diaper at the judges.
Oh Lord, please guide that diaper to someone's snot.
Yes!
From that moment on, Homer became God's biggest fanboy. He asked God to send him something to eat because Homer changed lanes recklessly while driving. A truck carrying gummy candy overturned. Right after that, a truck transporting bacon crashed into it. As a result, Homer got to enjoy gummy bacon raining down from the sky. When he got home, he noticed the walls of the house weren't sturdy enough.
Oh! You was hiding behind the drywall! Yes, you were. I'm glad social services didn't see this. Yes, I am.
Homer went straight to church and prayed for God to fix the house. Instead, he fell into a hole.
My leg is broken.
A lawyer just happened to be nearby and suggested Homer sue the church. The pastor hired the most famous attorney around to defend him. The lawyer pulled out a videotape and argued that Homer had a habit of getting himself hurt.
I can't see anything in this fog.
The jury thought Homer looked hilarious and suggested the pastor compensate him with $1 million, but the pastor didn't have that kind of money, so the judge awarded the church itself to Homer as collateral. Before leaving, Reverend Lovejoy specifically warned Homer about taking proper care of the church, but Homer immediately turned the chapel into a living room. He even started drinking beer out of the holy chalice. Homer threw beer parties inside the church. Without a church building, Lovejoy had no choice but to lead services at the bowling alley, but his sermons kept getting interrupted by bowling balls, and people kept getting distracted by the claw machines. Disappointed and defeated, Lovejoy left Springfield with his family. Flanders couldn't accept it and tearfully vented to Marge. Marge demanded that Homer shut down the party in the church immediately, but not only did Homer refuse to stop, he even started hosting a barbecue right outside the church. Thick smoke billowed into the sky, and the entire sky suddenly turned dark. Marge worried that God might become angry and begged Homer to stop. The very next second, rain began pouring from the sky, yet Homer still hadn't realized how serious things had become.
Now turn the rainwater into wine!
Flanders had seen this day coming long ago, so he had already built a Noah's Ark in advance. As the rain grew heavier and heavier, everyone had no choice but to take shelter on the church roof. Homer wanted to beg for God's forgiveness, but it was already too late.
Oh, God's ignoring me!
Everyone began blaming Homer and prepared to offer him up to calm God's anger. Just then, a beam of light suddenly shined down on Homer. It turned out Reverend Lovejoy had returned in a helicopter. Under his leadership, everyone began praying sincerely. God was moved by their devotion, and the weather finally cleared up. Lisa explained that the campfire had sent soot into the atmosphere, triggering the heavy storm. Since so many trees had been cut down, the flooding followed soon after.
Yeah, but what made the rain stop? Oh, Buddha.